This is Josiah Plays Neverwinter. Alright, we are in the sanatorium, the middle of a Metallica song. By the night. I'm trying to think of an MMO that's actually challenging through the whole leveling process and doesn't always end up with you being massively over-leveled for your stuff if you're proceeding through the content in a completionist manner. In other words, if you're doing every quest in every zone in order. In every MMO I can think of off the top of my head, you always end up way fucking over-leveled and overpowered. Except now for ESO, because ESO has open Tamriel now, which means the entire world scales to you now. In ESO. Or something like that. I don't know how it works, because there's multiple players running around. I don't remember how it works, but it's something like that. Maybe it scales you. I guess that's the way it is in Guild Wars 2, actually. Guild Wars 2 scales you to whatever zone you're in. So you can go back to starter zones when you're max level, and they still, well, they're still pretty fucking easy, but there's at least the hint of a challenge. Oh, I made it to the cathedral. I made it to the cathedral. Look at that big motherfucker. Here's the entrance to the cathedral. Do some religion. I think the only way to possibly have an MMO where you're not massively overpowered through the leveling process is to have a thing where like it's scaling somehow. Because if you make it so that there's only enough experience points available, well, of course, people can always grind because you always have respawning monsters in an MMO. So people can always grind, but even if they don't grind and you make it so that there's only enough experience available from the quests to just barely keep you leveled up to the point you're supposed to be, then people are going to be mad because they have to do all the side quests and shit, and they just want to run through and do certain quests or streamline their way through. And they'll be like, what? We got to do every single quest? So then they go, okay, no problem. We'll make it so you only have to go through the main quests, and all the other quests are side quests which are optional and you don't have to do them. Well, here's the Prophet Rohini. She seems nice. I'm sure we can talk this out. Oh, hold on. I gotta read some more about her. There are none left to betray. Time to start over. Rohini. Return to the fold. Now firmly in control of Helm's Hold, Rohini purged the city of any member of the Order of Blue Fire who would not swear loyalty to her and the Ashmedai. Many were so deeply in her thrall that they changed sides easily. As a reward, she used infernal rituals to cure their spell scars in exchange for their souls, swelling the ranks of the Ashmedai and allowing them to summon an army of devils. When Captain Dunfield led a force to retake the city, they were overwhelmed by the fiends and nearly slaughtered. It is still uncertain where Rohini's loyalties truly lie, but for now the Ashmedai are firmly aligned behind her, and Helm's Hold is in her thrall. If she's not stopped, she will soon be able to choke off the land routes into Neverwinter and hold it by the throat. Oh, she's got Captain Dunfield. Oh no. A person I have no attachment to. What's up, Rohini? I'll give you 10 seconds. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000. That's pathetic. Oh, she just charmed me. Time to drop the hammer! She's got all these followers. Oh my god, she's so weak. This is ridiculous. And yet, I remember getting my ass handed to me by this boss and all of her followers when I played through this on my old characters that weren't paladins. Hood of the Succuba. Here's Brother Sataran. Wait, how did all you motherfuckers just show up here? Right after... Thanks for being here for the battle, by the way. Captain Dunfield. Of course, he's got an eye patch. Alisara Callum. And, I got a treasure, which is probably shitty. Probably real shitty.
I thought my death was upon me.
118 power.
That was expert work. Well done.
Oh, thanks. Glad my shit is recognized.
I'll see Helm's Hold destroyed before I'll let it be a haven for the Ashmedai. Fortunately for us, Hexaval spoke the truth about the hidden passage. You arrived just in time. Now that Rohini has been banished, the Ashmedai are confused and leaderless. There are still a great many cultists left to deal with, but I've heard from Captain Dunfield that reinforcements are on the way from Neverwinter. If you had not come, Helm's Hold would have been lost. On behalf of us all, please accept our deepest thanks.
Deepest thanks. That shit you did was so important. Oh my god, what you just did was monumental and massive, and we all would have been fucked without it. Such an incredible thing you just did. Here's 10 silver. Are you shitting me?
With Rohini gone and her Ashmedai cultists in disarray, we have a chance to retake Helm's Hold. And we owe it all to you. And to Sergeant Knox, who chose to send you to our aid in the first place.
No, he doesn't get no credit for
Sergeant,
this.
I'm certain he already has need of your skills elsewhere.
Yeah, here, take this gold, and they give you 4 silver, yeah. Remember, there was one quest, I don't remember which one it was, but even in that quest, the dialogue specifically said, here is a very generous bounty reward for you. It's a lot of money, but you deserve it or something. And it was literally like fucking 1 silver, 97 copper or something. I mean, it was like pathetic. That's another one of my little pet peeves that I'm gonna address when I make my game. An economy that makes sense and rewards that make sense given that economy.
thought my death was upon me.
I heed your call.
Alright, we're back out here. So, ostensibly, I'm done with this zone, but I feel like I missed something. Because I thought there was supposed to... Because look at this down here, and this. I haven't been there. And I thought there was a quest that sent me to the Crypt of the Eternal Shield. So, really quickly, I'm going to go to the Googles and make sure I didn't miss a quest here. The Googles. Google. Neverwinter, Crypt of the Eternal Shield? Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
Maybe it's all the devils in the streets.
Yeah. Helm's Hold. Shit about this. Neverwinter Wiki. Helm's Hold quests. Here's a list of the quests. Pretty sure I did all these. Class quests for wizards, clerics, and fighters, and race quests for elves and tieflings. Maybe it was one of those. I don't even think they have class quests for Paladin. They put this class in later. It wasn't a release class, and I don't think when they did, they didn't even add class quests for it. How is there like no reference to Crypt of the Eternal Shield on the internet? How is that possible? If it's a thing in a game. Well, must not be too important. Apparently there's no quest for it. Or at least not one that I can get. Othar Otherson. Do I need to talk to this guy or the Othar one? Tell you what I'm gonna do.
I lend you my aid.
I'm gonna take the secret passage. I'm gonna pop out over here. I wanna see what's over here. So I was thinking, MMOs need difficulty sliders. And I was like, well, how do you do that? Because the world is shared, and how do you make the monsters more difficult when multiple different people are going to be attacking them? And I thought, oh, it's actually super fucking easy. You have a difficulty slider. Pool of Reflection? What the fuck is this place? I don't remember this place. And when you make it more difficult, it debuffs you. It makes it so that you take more damage and you deal less damage, etc. And that way, you don't need to fuck around with changing the monsters. You just debuff yourself. And of course, the difficulty thing, I figured, okay, so for multiple players, what then? I think it'd be set by the group leader. If you have a group, the group leader would set the difficulty setting for the whole group temporarily. But then once you were out of the group and on your own personal level of difficulty would apply. And if you wanted to play it on really easy, you could set it on easy and it would actually buff you instead of... Why are there these random wolves here? Alright, well that was a strange... Wait, but there's more shit back there. Also, I think every game needs a slider to control your rate of experience gain. It would not be a hard thing to do. It'd be a simple thing to do. Literally, you're adding one fucking parameter to a character that's a multiplier of how much XP they gain. So I can say I want to earn XP at half the normal rate. I want to earn, and then it would just have all the XP that I get. It would be really easy. Or I want to be able to turn off XP completely if I've gotten too high level and I want to do some stuff, but I don't want to out-level the content. I can just turn off XP. Now I know you can do that in WoW. You can turn off XP, but they made it kind of a pain in the ass. You've got to go to a specific NPC to do it and pay them what is a trivial amount of money if you're already high level or have high level characters, but it would be a significant amount of money if you were playing for the first time. But anyway, the point is they made it really inconvenient to turn your XP on and back off and back on again. So it should just be built right into the UI. Change your XP. Oh, look, I found an orb. I think I need to do a little jumping puzzle to get to it. Well, it's not really much of a puzzle, but a little jumping nonetheless. Did I? Maybe I already got to this orb. No, I didn't. Because I didn't remember seeing that reflecting pool. Let's see what's over here. I want to see if I can go into this crypt. So anyway, that's two things I think every MMO should have, and it would improve the experience for a lot of people. Is a thing to set a difficulty for yourself, and a thing to control your rate of XP gain. See, look at this. This is like a whole area over here. How is there not a quest for this? There you go, guys. Got you covered. I don't know where I'm going.
A soul All for Asmodeus!
Alright, we made it. I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to look at my profession stuff.
So many dead.
The thing that they did with Elder Scrolls Online is actually really, really interesting. No other MMO has done this. Guild Wars 2, first of all, they had a normal zones with different levels, but then they would scale you down to whatever zone you're in, which was cool. But nobody ever did what they've done in Elder Scrolls Online with Open Tamriel, or whatever it's called, the update that changed the whole world, where they made it so you can go anywhere in the world right from the beginning. You can quest in any zone, and whatever one you go to, you'll be appropriately scaled. So you don't have to do the zones in a certain order. You can just go right to the ones that you're interested in, which is pretty cool. Oh, my inventory. Why? Alright, let's identify some shit. I need more scrolls.
Do you have astral...
We must not lose our faith.
Look at all this shit. Oh, I made these.
I'm an honest fighter.
Some smiting greaves. King of Vengeance. Hood of the Succubi. Wow, that's weird looking. It's not really a hood so much as a mask. I think they're a little confused about what a hood is. Kind of like that one wizard that we saw where it said she was wearing a robe. And it was like, not that much clothes. Yeah, that's not a robe. This gear is kind of the shit-tastic-go-ness. Storing Orb of Smiting. Wait, 118 Defense Amulet is interesting. Interesting, but I don't want it.
Our battlefield is a mass grave.
Wait, these could be better than what I've got. If I move my enchantment over here, these are better. What do they look like? Same, okay. So let's grab my boots. Manage item enchantments. Remove enchantment. New boots. Put the enchantment back in there. Equip them. Make them look like the old boots. We're all good. Let's destroy all these greens that I don't want. The fuck? Escape community. Welcome once more, all. We use alliance chat. What the fuck are you even talking about? Who are these people? I got 100 refinement points off those things. And then the rest of this crap has to get sold. The Thoroar the Mediocre. I'm kind of sad that I can't make my game based on D&D. I mean, I can make it based on D&D, certainly. But I can't make it a D&D game where, like, everything has the same names as in D&D, and it's patently a D&D, you know, game. I understood that I could never do that for a commercial game, obviously. But I thought maybe I could get away with it if the game was free. But I did a lot of reading online, and apparently that is not the case. If I want to distribute it online, even if it's free, they're going to shut that shit down. Although I could still make it based on D&D rules and stuff. I'd just have to change the names of everything. And not use any D&D like setting IP stuff like gods or unique D&D races or anything. Alright, I'm gonna pray. That was the last prayer for the day. She's ready to be... Oh, she's 33. I'll wait till she goes to 35 to train her again. Or whenever I stop playing. Alright, it's time to head back. Time to head back. And start the next zone, Ebon Downs. Just the one I remember as being where the game starts to get hard. I mean, it was already kind of challenging in the last couple of zones for my old characters, but I remember getting to Ebon Downs and thinking, oh shit, the game has really taken an upswing in difficulty at this point. Now, I think it's still going to be a joke for my Paladin here, but this is the point where it started to get considerably more difficult, and I started dying a lot on my old characters. It might be about the halfway mark through all the original leveling zones. Original leveling zones: Black Lake, Tower District, plus all the stuff that you do in the Protector's Enclave, so that's like 3 zones. Black Dagger Ruins, Neverdeath Graveyard, now Helm's Hold, that's 6. Then there's Ebon Downs, Velosk, Pirate Skyhold, Ice Pirate Peak, Chasm, Rothay Valley, Mountain Hope, Nile, Whispering Caverns. That's it. That's 8. So it's not even halfway through. It's not even halfway through. Actually, once you're done with Ebon Downs, you're halfway through all of the initial leveling zones. And then there's all the fucking new content they've added, which I've never seen. Alright, I completed another deed. Invicta traveled to Helm's Hold to investigate rumors that devils had taken control of the town. She uncovered a sinister plan by the devils to summon an even more powerful devil in Helm's Cathedral. Invicta defeated the Shepherd of the Damned, a devil who was driving the sickest of the spell-scarred out of the Underscar. Then she contacted an otherworldly creature named Hexaball to learn the plans of Rohini, the succubus leading the devils. And with this information, Invicta was able to enter the cathedral and defeat Rohini. I got another scroll of life and another symbol of Savras. And it's Ebon Downs time. Back to Sergeant Knox. Sergeant Knox.
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
See, he's already got the starter quests for Pirates Skyhold and Velosk, I think. So he's got the starter quest for 3 zones for me because I'm high enough level. Realistically, if I wanted to, which I don't want to, but if I wanted to, I could just skip Ebon Downs and skip Velosk and go straight to Pirates Skyhold.
Spending an air near Neverwinter is an...
Which would be a zone that would be more appropriate for my level. But I don't want to skip these other ones. I like Velosk. And Ebon Downs is alright too.
Excellent work against those devil worshippers. Hard to believe seemingly ordinary people sink to such levels of depravity. Faerun is better off without them.
Thanks for the 97 copper. Copper! Not even a silver piece.
I sent the Doom Guide Jasper Soulhearth and a contingent of guards south to the Ebon Downs. The mission was to stop the Netherese necromancer Idris from raising an undead army. Neither Soulhearth nor any of the guards has returned. I need you to travel to the Ebon Downs and find out what happened. Once you reach the Downs, meet with the tavern owner Melville Stoutheart. He's an old friend and can likely tell you more.
Alright. Off to Ebon Downs we go. Let's look at my queues. I can do Garandar the Vile. That one's in Pirate Skyhold. I can do Pit Fight. That one's... Oh shit, I can only do that for a couple more levels. That's Velosk. Pirate King's Retreat and Grey Wolf Den dungeons I can do. I'll wait though. So I'm gonna need to do Pit Fight. The Grey Wolf Barbarian skirmish before too much longer. Even though I'm a whole zone away from being able to do Velosk. Well, I can do Velosk, but you know what I mean. From wanting to. Ebon Downs. So we go Ebon Downs, then Velosk, then Pirate Skyhold, then I think it's the Chasm, Rothay Valley, Ice Spire Peak, Mount Hote now. Whispering Caverns is the final zone. That's like when you go down to the Underdark. Whispering Caverns is cool.
Allow me to lend you my aid.
Feel without fury in your heart!
Alright, I've got lore to read for this place.
Burning things is fun.
The Ebon Downs. Deep in the Silver Wisp Swamp, off of the southern high road, lies the burial grounds known as Ebon Downs. Here, many generations have been laid to rest, interred within barrows, crypts, and tombs. The villagers of Grimhollow have watched over these grounds for many years, with each generation passing on the duties to their children. Under their watchful eye, Ebon Downs has seen peace. But one night, that peace was shattered forever. Whether due to a lapse in Grimhollow's vigil or to some other reason, the dead rose in force from the burial grounds and attacked the village, overwhelming the citizens. Those few lucky enough to escape spoke of a dark magic that caused those killed in the attack to rise as undead almost as soon as the life had left their bodies. These survivors of Grimhollow may have failed in their duties, but their knowledge of all topics related to undeath was still worthy of respect. They claimed that there was only one use for the sort of dark magic that they had seen that night: to raise an army. Army be getting raised. Army of the undead. You know... Mourner's Rest is the name of this town. Chickens! I'm not allowed to kill chickens. Plants! I'm not allowed to kill plants. Hey, Tancred the Tinker was in the last place. Melville Stoutheart. Bounty Master.
There's a bounty to be had here, if you're brave enough.
The creatures in these parts carry small crystals called Death Knell Shard Slivers as a sign of their allegiance to the Shader Kai Revenant Idris. Bring me some and I'll trade you for him. You can get Artisan's Pack. This place. The tavern. Let's talk to Melville Stoutheart.
What can I help you with, traveler? Sergeant Knox sent you? That's excellent news. We're all very worried about the Doom Guide. He entered the ghost town of Grimhollow and never returned. Please, feel free to use my inn while you're here as well. Frankly, I could use the business.
Lore, Idris of Netheril.
When last I saw him, Doomguide Soulhearth asked me about a ritual to summon the ghost of Grimhollow's last mayor, Galwin Grist. If you were to summon the ghost, he may be able to tell you where the Doomguide went. The ritual is quite simple. All you need do is gather one of the flowers known as Saloon's Tears and burn it in the brazier found amid the ruins of Grist's old home.
Saloon's Tears. Burn it in the brazier. Okay. 2 silver, 60 copper. Wow! Fuck! I'm already spending that in my head. Alright, so, yeah, I know, right? A lot of times when I run skirmishes with a group, I'm top damage too. 11 pages worth of notes done? And how many notes do you need to do?
Not
like,
many travelers on the high road these days.
Is that like half of all the notes you need to do? A third? A tenth? 90%? Pick some flowers. Is that what this thing is? Ah, I found one. Probably a third. Well, good job. Sounds like you're making good progress.
I heed your call.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone's not playing Paladin. Well, I mean, I don't know how overpowered the other classes are right now. But I know that at launch, all of the classes had some trouble. And then they released this Paladin class. And it's like, it can do decent damage, enough damage anyway. It's completely fucking invincible. Can heal like a motherfucker. Old Greasy is here. What's up, Old Greasy? Goodbye, Old Greasy. A beautiful flower is said to gain magical powers in moonlight. Ah, there was another lore, too. Idris of Netheril. There used to be a dungeon in this zone called Throne of Idris. It was a cool dungeon. It's been taken out of the game and not put back. When news of the undead menace in Ebon Downs reached Protector's Enclave, Lord Neverember dispatched a contingent of the Neverwinter Guard to counter the threat. Led by Doom Guide Vesper Soulhearth, these brave soldiers battled the risen forces in a desperate fight to lay their souls to rest. But the battle was doomed to failure. Soulhearth discovered, too late, that a powerful Netherese necromancer named Idris was behind the rising dead. Armed with a powerful artifact known as the Death Knell, Idris made pacts with the Barrow Lords of Ebon Downs, seeking to build an army of undead to strike at their Thayan foes. The Doom Guide and his men bravely attempted to confront Idris in her lair within the Barrow's royal rise, but were defeated by the Barrow Lords and their animated bone monstrosities. Alright, see you later, Tim. Enjoy your studying, or not studying, that's what Sun's doing. You're working. Actual work. Hashtag actual work. So there's nothing really going on in here. Is something that I've noticed. Work is for suckers. Work is for normal people. Those are some big walls. That motherfucker's got a flying carpet. I've already got a Saluni's tier though, so I'm not gonna bother to pick anymore. Spitting spiders. Lots of cute little spiders. Intestines? What? Why would you name your character Intestines? Just like, hi. What should I name my character? Oh, I know. Intestines. Unless it's supposed to be a play on Guts. Because there is a character named Guts in a pretty well-known anime, and maybe they're like, well, I can't name my character Guts because that wouldn't be original. Name's been used, but there's never been a character named Intestines. So I could name myself that. Brazier of the Lost, let's go. Gawain Grist appears. What up, GG?
What brings you to the ruins of Grim Hollow?
Looking for you.
You seek Doom Guide Soulhearth. he yet lives, though most of his men are dead. Even now he struggles to protect the ghosts of Grim Hollow from the minions of Idris. The forces arrayed against him are too powerful. I fear he is doomed to fail. But that may yet change if you will lend us your aid.
Okay. Whoa, mad quests.
You have already done much for the dead of Grim Hollow, and I know you have important matters to attend to, but it would mean a great deal to us if you said a small prayer over our bones. When the prayers have been said, tell the Doom Guide what you have done. I know he will be glad to hear of it. The ghosts of Grim Hollow no longer recognize this cold and desolate place. Without a connection to their past lives, they are confused and vulnerable. This makes them easy prey for Idris and her minions. Enter the abandoned homes of Grim Hollow and relight the cold hearths found there. Once the home fires are burning, the ghosts will remember and be drawn to safety. The necromancer Idris is using her hellish powers to enslave the ghosts of Grim Hollow for some fiendish purpose. She has sent her white minions into Grim Hollow to drive the ghosts into the marshes for her soul slavers. Defeat these whites and help protect the dead.
Alright, I can do all that stuff. I can do all that stuff. Ooh, there's a dragon here. Like the one in Neverdeath, whatever, the fucking graveyard. One of the reasons you don't play MMOs, what, the other players with weird names? Yeah, that is a detractor for me as well. Although sometimes I find them funny. Man, you were starving? Well, yeah, man. Eat. Eat the foods. Each and every one of them. So maybe I'll try to make my game the way I was going to, with things being based on D&D, but with the serial numbers filed off. Might not be too bad. Serial numbers filed off. Popping them like popcorn. What's up, Deathlock White? I'm a little bit unimpressed with your wrath, I'm not gonna lie. Where the fuck? are these bone piles I'm supposed to pray at. Fireplaces inside houses. And... oh, I've killed some whites at least. Like popcorn.
I heed your call.
Oh, there's a zombie hulk. But the thing is, I was trying to search online for this. How do I know what the trademark shit is? Because I haven't found a place that like specifically says exactly which things in D&D are trademarked. Like, I know you can't use beholders, right? Because beholder is a trademarked specific D&D creature. But how do I know which ones are trademarked and which ones aren't? There you go. I lit your fire.
This then shall be our path.
Here's another white.
This is our path.
Just to be safe, I'll just change the name of everything. But I'll change it just a little bit. Ashen zombie.
This then is our path.
Our path. Still haven't found any of these fucking bone piles.
Then this is our path.
Alright, the hearth fires is done. Mimic.
enjoy aid.
Ah, here's the bone piles. Let's say a prayer. Servitor of Orcus. What's up, Brad? Welcome back. Kill all the whites I need to kill. I just need to prey on some bone things. I own star crawlers too. We all own star crawlers. Eight bone piles? That's a lot of bone piles, man. A lot of bones. Blessing some bones. I gotta pray just to make it today. I'm praying over all kinds of bones. All them bone prayers. More bones, please. I ain't got time for any of this bullshit. Gotta find bones. Here's some bones. Got a key from GOG for buying NWN2. Really? That's cool. All blessed. Tomb spider. Let's go back. The Gowan grist. It's just grist for the mill. Alright, we're going to turn these quests into him. These trousers are almost done. Send Indomita off to train. Trousers in 2, 1, 0. Trousers! Think of some superbs. Deep wilderness gathering. Alright. And that right there is where I'm going to end this episode. So, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Neverwinter.